Today's episode of the More You Know podcast is brought to you by CrowdQuestion, a brand new social communication platform focused on connecting crowds to bring everyone closer to their community, as well as enhancing any occasion. Rather than being a social media platform focused on content and advertising, they're focused on communication and connection. Learn more about the platform and download the app free at crowdquestion.com.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.
Today I want to go through 5 common causes of suffering that Patrick Morley discusses in The Man in the Mirror. No matter who you are, you don't want to suffer in life, and suffering is no doubt the least enjoyable aspect of the human experience. But unfortunately, many people face suffering in life. Sometimes this suffering is caused when you make a mistake when you should have known better. Other times you don't know what brought on this suffering, and unfortunately sometimes suffering is entirely out of your control. But regardless of the pretenses and circumstances, many forms of suffering are avoidable, and because of this it's important to have awareness surrounding reasons that cause suffering, so you can do your best to avoid it. And with this being said, I now want to go through 5 common reasons that Patrick discusses in his book. So the first reason causing suffering is an innocent mistake, and the mistake could have been due to carelessness or unpredictable nature, but regardless you can still suffer consequences from it. Then the second reason is an error in judgment. An error in judgment differs from an innocent mistake in one way. If you would have followed some guideline, it would have prevented the error in judgment. Next, third is an integrity problem. Being dishonest or doing the wrong thing can cause suffering. After that, fourth is environmental changes. When your environment negatively changes even if it's beyond your control, you can suffer dire consequences. And finally, fifth is when evil happens. No matter how much we wish it isn't so, evil exists in this world, and it can obviously bring on suffering. No matter who you are, you want to avoid suffering in life, and this is because it's the most unpleasant aspect of the human experience. Some suffering is avoidable, and other times it isn't, but regardless you should be doing everything you can to avoid it. And by having awareness surrounding common reasons that cause suffering, you can do your best to avoid these causes. By doing so, it can obviously help with going down the path of carrying out your dreams, along with assisting with making a tremendous impact in this world and crafting a life of significance. I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it. Check out other episodes. Leave a review. Follow the podcast on social media at More You Know Pod. And sign up for CrowdQuestion to ask me questions about the episode. Again, thank you for listening as we propel through podcasting with the More You Know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.